Sometimes we all feel run down, especially on Mondays, but that fatigue you're feeling could be a result of what you're eating and how you're living your life. And this morning we want to welcome Morgan Labelle with Heal You Wellness to discuss the relationship between nutrition and fatigue. Good morning, Morgan.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me.
There is definitely a relationship there.
Oh, yes, for sure. So many people struggle with fatigue. Actually, a study showed that 38% of U.S. workers say that they're fatigued.
Right.
So some of those symptoms could be dizziness, headaches, joint pain, muscle weakness, cramps, those types of things. And so I would like to differentiate between chronic fatigue, which is a bigger issue that's usually stemming from issues like mitochondrial dysfunction. But there's also long-term fatigue, and this is highly manageable through diet and lifestyle factors.
Right.
So I thought I could go through a couple tips to help manage that long-term fatigue through some diet and lifestyle.
Well, please do share those tips with us, because I'm sure our viewers would love to hear that.
Yes, for sure. So the first one I'd like to mention is balancing your blood sugar. So this means eating in regular intervals, about every 4 hours, getting a plate that consists of fiber, protein, and fat. So fiber would be those fruits, vegetables, complex carbohydrates, and you want to make sure you're balancing your blood sugar, because sometimes you could just be feeling tired from not getting enough energy from your food. And when you feel chronically or just fatigued in general, you may lose your appetite or have a really big appetite. So this is a really important one. Another one would be hydration. So making sure you're drinking enough. When we don't drink enough, our blood pressure actually lowers, and we don't get enough blood flow to our brain, so that can make us feel tired. So making sure you're drinking enough throughout the day is another big one. And it's simple, but a lot of us probably could do a little bit better on that one.
Absolutely.
We cannot mention fatigue without mentioning sleep. So sleep is a big one. We want to make sure we're working on our sleep-wake cycle, which is our circadian rhythm. So going to bed at the same time every night, waking up at the same time every morning, getting that natural sunlight in the morning, and limiting blue light before you go to bed is important. And lastly, I'd want to mention that nutrient deficiencies can be a big driver of fatigue. I see this all the time. So deficiencies in vitamin B12, vitamin D, you can get your doctor to check those. Also sodium, potassium, magnesium, those are big minerals that influence our energy levels. So supplements and herbal remedies and supplements can be very helpful for fatigue, but I would recommend working with a dietitian to figure out the best individualized plan for supplements for you.
And you mentioned a couple of things there I'd like to touch on again. As one of them is hydration. I think, you know, summertime, I think a lot of us, you know, because it's hot and we're sweating and we're doing things outdoors, we tend to drink more then. And when wintertime comes and the weather cools off, we don't get the hydration that we need. And I tell you, it can get you if you're not careful, especially during the wintertime.
Oh, for sure. You want to make sure consistently drinking winter, summer, no matter the season, because it is a big factor of, if you're just feeling run down and tired, a big factor could be you're just not drinking enough, or you're not eating enough, or you're not eating maybe the right foods that can help with that fatigue. And
also you mentioned the blue light right before you go to sleep. A lot of folks like to go to sleep now scrolling on their phone. That's not a good idea.
Oh yeah, I definitely struggle with this one. I think a lot of us probably do with just phones and social media, but that is a big thing that can mess up your circadian rhythm, which is that natural internal clock of knowing when your body should be asleep and when it should be awake. So cutting off that phone at night is really important.
All right, Morgan Labelle, thank you so much. Great tips, great information.
Thank you.
All right, it is Heal You Wellness. Great information to be found there. We want to thank Morgan for stopping by today.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll have more with Daytime coming up in just a few moments.